Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are staying up on your morning program, mind, body, and soul, every day, no days off. You want to always be strengthening yourself. As soon as you reach a plateau, put more load on. Don't ever let yourself become complacent. Stop chasing pleasure. Stop allowing yourself to become lazy. At the very least, you want to balance out that rest with some good hard work. Keep yourself moving forward. That constant struggle in the right direction, that constant suffering that we go through towards goals. Just got to stay on top of that shit, and this is why we do it every single day. I wrote down 3 quotes from my morning studies. I study every single day. I suggest you guys do the same. Keep your mind sharp. Let's go through these and see if we can get some value out of it. Be better than yesterday. That's the first one. Be better than yesterday. You don't want to compare yourself to other people. It's just a recipe for being let down, recipe for disaster. It's an easy way to put yourself into a negative mindset where you're just running negative dialogue in your head about yourself, making yourself weaker. You can make yourself stronger or weaker. It's amazing how we can do that with our thoughts. You may notice this when you're going to the gym and you have your little earbuds in. I don't listen to any music when I go to the gym. I just work out without it. I don't need any external motivation. I got the motivation in my head, but a lot of people use the music, and I understand why. And you got whatever tunes really get your juices flowing, and you got that shit cranked up, and it can really get you pumping, and the song comes on, and you're like, all right, let me jump down on the bench. And that music, it's right near your favorite part, and you're just like, fuck yeah. I mean, I see almost every dude in the gym doing that. It's not really the music that's doing it to you. It's not an external source. The song isn't magic. It's just a song. It's you. That's your mind. That's the power that you have. You can also think your way into weakness. Think how you feel when after you get a major rejection, or say, for example, if you've ever been dumped, really dumped hard, Mack truck syndrome, where you didn't see it coming. She dumped you. Bam, it's over. That can really hurt, especially if you had a real deep emotional attachment. And I've been there before. And those thoughts after that kind of rejection, that hard rejection, they can really kill you. No, literally sometimes. I mean, I've known guys that have committed suicide. I laugh because I never would do that. But I have a buddy of mine who I used to know, street cat. This dude, Zach. Used to see him out in the streets. His girl dumped him. And they were kind of a tight couple, and she dumped him. In the final argument, they were arguing over the breakup. And he grabs a gun, puts it in his mouth, pulls the trigger right in front of her. And she watched it. I mean, that's some serious sucker shit. But you don't want to compare yourself to other people. That's the quote we're going with, be better than yesterday. So all you want to compare yourself to is yourself. You can compare yourself to yourself. I have who I was yesterday. I woke up today and I have an opportunity to do just a little bit better than I was yesterday. I may have been a lazy fucking piece of shit yesterday. And today I can just do a little bit better than that. I can set a low bar. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have big goals. Have big goals that are hard to attain, but set a low bar. I'm not saying do the bare minimum. You want to get good at doing little acts towards yourself. And as you get good at doing those little acts, they become easier. And as stuff becomes easier in your life, when you reach those plateaus, you can stand there for a minute and look out and be like, I've come a far way, pat yourself on the back. But you need to keep moving forward because there's always more peaks to conquer. You need to continue on your journey. So you can be better than you were yesterday. Better than that lazy motherfucker that you were yesterday. Just a little bit. Just incrementally. I mean, steps on a ladder, climbing up a ladder. They put those pretty close to each other for a reason. So you can reach them. And they're all the same on every ladder. If they put them further apart, sure, you could get up the ladder in less steps, but it would be harder to reach each one. So, it's just like going up a staircase. Each step is just another step forward towards the goal, towards the top. And allow yourself to just be better than you were yesterday, incrementally. And tomorrow, if you were a piece of shit yesterday and you just did barely better than that today, well, tomorrow you can just do barely better than that. You can live your whole life like that. Just be better than you were yesterday. You can live your whole life that way. You'll be surprised how far you get, how successful you get with that kind of mentality. Let's go to the next one. Look for the sparkling crystal in the darkness when things are bad. All right, look for the sparkling crystal in the darkness when things are bad. I mean, that's so hard to do. The weaker you are, the harder it is to see the light. The stronger you are, the easier it is because you are the light. So when the darkness closes around a warrior goes within and radiates. He's got light stored up. This motherfucker can see in the dark. He can navigate. He can be there for others when people are at their most doom and gloom moment and be the one to kind of laugh it off and say, it's not that bad. People can be in their panic modes because bombs are going off around them, but the warrior can just laugh at those explosions. It's just a heartbeat. It's just like music. Outlook is everything. You can turn any experience into an experience of weakness or one of power. When we're in the darkness, we kind of think of weakness, we think of being lost, we think of not knowing what to do, where to go, how to act, what our next step is going to be. When we think of the darkness, we think of bad things happening to us and bad things happening around us, like the Dark Ages. Just living in a dark time. But as long as you're building inner strength constantly, you radiate more and more. And you're not dependent upon somebody else's light or an external light source of any kind. Darkness isn't scary to the warrior. Let's go to the next one. It's the last one. Be grateful for what you have. That's that simple. Be grateful for what you have. That's an easy way to make yourself a little happier, have a little bit better of a life, is to be grateful for what you have. It doesn't mean to get rid of your goals, but it does mean to analyze this constant sensation of wanting that we have. I want this, I want that. Do I need it or do I want it? Do I want it? You can ask yourself that. You can ask yourself this when you're hungry. Do I need this meal or do I just want this meal? If I want it, why? Because I'm bored? Because I'm upset? Because I'm happy and I want to celebrate? And it's just important to be able to have these types of dialogues within ourselves, and we can understand ourselves better, understands what our wants and needs are, what our motivations are, but also to be able to keep ourselves in check. We have that higher mind that's always there inside of us that can say, don't do that. And that kind of parent, that inner parent. And so you get rid of your inner child at some point, and that becomes an inner parent that guides you. This inner wisdom, like Gandalf or that wizard from Harry Potter. Dumbledore. That's the one. So be grateful for what you have, and it will make life a little bit more beautiful, colorful. Enjoy it, enjoying. You can enjoy it better. You don't always have to be dreaming of big houses and fancy cars. People are happy living in poverty. I'm not saying to aspire to poverty or to accept it. I think financial stability is a good thing to have, but I've known people that have lived off the grid, happy. They're not interested in finances. We can all be rats in our cage looking for money, but there's people out there that just live off the grid. They have nice houses, solar powered, and they're not doing the same game that we are. In society, we've been trained. There's people that are off the grid and they don't have the same technology and all the same kind of crap we have. You may go to one of these houses and just be like, oh man, I'll take my fucking luxury apartment, my condo. But you always want to ask yourself, do I need this or do I want this? I mean, sometimes life just sucks. Sometimes we just live in a shitty life, and that's whether it's your own fault or it's somebody else's fault. You can try to make your miserable piece of shit life just a little better. It won't be complete hell. There's a big difference between total hell and just a tragic life or miserable life. Just having a shitty few years, or I've fallen pretty far. There's a big difference between that and total and complete hell. Because hell is pretty bad. So being grateful for what you have is a way to kind of stop chasing stuff so much and to stop being lost in consumerism, which can be an addiction. We can turn shopping into a vice. I know people that do that. Every time they get upset, they're on Amazon. Be grateful for your health, for your sanity, for your sobriety, for your strength, for your ability to help others. You can do a little inventory, and this will really cheer you up. Realize, wow, I have a pretty good life. I'm a pretty good person. This is all just food for thought. Thanks for watching.